So today we're going to talk about the Banshees of Inisherin, written and directed by Martin McDonagh. This is a reunion of McDonagh with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, who previously came together for the classic in Bruges back in 2008. Banshees takes place on a remote island off the coast of Ireland, where Podrick, played by Colin Farrell, is devastated when his buddy Colm, played by Brendan Gleeson, suddenly puts an end to their lifelong friendship. And Banshees really is a beautifully sad tale of a fading friendship. The continued casual cruelty from Colm, who deems his best friend as dull because Colm decides to be a bit of a pretentious twat towards him. He doesn't know how to process his own feelings of being a sad and overweight old man who really hasn't amounted to much. Some of us would die for our friends, but Colm would rather cut off his fingers in some misguided Van Gogh-esque grasp for generational legacy. He says in a straight face that niceness is never remembered, always forgotten, and that it's a triteness that's no longer worth embodying in the pursuit of his artistry, all while still worshiping at the altar of a pretty memorable guy noted for his niceness, for the love of Christ, as it were. It's only actually when Podrick comes around that Colm's actually able to work on and finish the parts of his composition, ironically. But when he pushes him away, that he literally loses pieces of his flesh and soul, for that matter. I'd argue that the warming friendship and devotion of his mate as a muse is a quintessential piece of beautiful music he hears that allows him to finish his work. Podrick's sister Siobhan, played by Carrie Condon, calls out Colm's egotistical ploy when he gets the air of Mozart completely wrong. And she sniffs out this unnecessary piss fight that's going to continue to consume the both of them, and she kind of dips out. Colm's growing disdain with Podrick creates their own little bit of a civil war that winds up claiming the life of the purely sweet but perpetually abused Dominic, played by Barry Keoghan with his usual eccentric aplomb. Dominic, who after one last shot at love, goes on to do that, quote, thing he meant to do over there, just absolutely broke my heart. He never knew niceness, only the maliciousness of man. And although he had a kindred spirit in Siobhan, he'd been so damaged that suicide was really his only escape. The movie ends with pettiness of men forever dividing themselves and committed to continuing this never-ending battle of petty grievances, a loving friendship fractured by a twisted version of Till Death Do Us Part. It made me laugh in joy and horror at times, but left me with a lingering sadness about how niceness has really gone out of fashion. So many people treat each other with a detached disdain nowadays, and there's a lasting corrosive effect that it carries. So that's Banshees of Inisherin, and that's the scene from my lens, but as always, what's your take on it?